Welcome to Berkeley and California Memorial Stadium, where this crowd has been in since early in the day, saying you know it, you tell the story, you tell the whole world that this is Bear territory. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So California's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is...
And the pass is intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, that wasn't the start they were looking for on offense. They're trying to be aggressive. First play of the game and throw it. Bad decision by the quarterback, though, leads to an INT.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hudson. Throws for the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Kennesaw State has a chance now on first and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Into the end zone. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Owls. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Kennesaw State 7, Cal 0.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. They move the tight end all over. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Golden Bears moving quickly to the line. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Can't get him to the ground. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Bachmeyer. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. He'll pull it on the read. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Makes the catch. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, it's Hudson. He finds his man.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Gets it out fast. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll try to pop the draw. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
14, Cal 3.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The give on the inside. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter.
At the 34. 3rd down coming up.
At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. He'll do it himself. The Golden Bears get the first down.
And how nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the first down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just going to let me run it, go get the first down, and give myself an extra set of downs.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the earth. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. The Golden Bears in the hurry-up. The DBs will back off a bit. The give to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And the ball is picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. The offense set for a first down play. Oh, he's looking to throw. Catch and stride inside the 15. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Hudson. Coming after it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Horton. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He turns that loose down the right side.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second.
Kennesaw State right back to work. Back to pass, it's Hudson. Complete to the right. And he's running in the open. And it's on the ground. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Line getting set on 2nd down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside California Memorial Stadium.
And the Golden Bears will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. At the 45 on its way. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They're trying to get to it. He'll pull it down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's first down from the 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Power football with the run. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Golden Bears will hustle to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that pass picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll start this drive firing. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Hudson. Uncorks it. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brady. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He makes a catch. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. First down to start the drive after the break. Defense not showing press coverage. Quickly to the tight end.
I tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He's going to pass on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. The aerial assault continues. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Guys, one of the more iconic games in college football is being contested right now. Ohio State and Michigan, the game, and we've got the update. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. This defense will try to keep everything in front. From the gun, running back on the move. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Using the quick game. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cal! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Back to throw, it's Turner. Finds his target down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. Looking to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, going up top. They're setting up the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Kennesaw State, and the beatdown has ensued. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drive.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bear.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock?
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Owls. And the route is on. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. He wants to throw. Fakes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Here's the handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Kennesaw State right back to work. To the air on 1st down. Going for the big play. Hits him in stride at the 10. There's a live football.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
At the 35, he's got room. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.